Hey boys, welcome back to some more Nrl Supercoach. It's going to be the round 7 team list discussion, and there is quite a bit going on this week, so I thought I would go through. We'll go through the teams. There's quite a few big ins, couple of big outs, and let's have a look at notable players. So starting out Thursday night footy, Seagulls versus the Dragons. So the Seagulls, Jason Saab returns, which is honest. I mean, he's got some errors in him, but he is good. Like, he just turns those half breaks into full line breaks. So honestly, Garrick loves it. Just a pass to Saab, he gets a nice little line break assist. Like, he just adds the potential for so many more points, Jason Saab. So good to see him back. Nothing else really of note. Forward pack, obviously good to see Hamoli getting a start. Apparently just a bit of a cork burner, whatever you want to call it. I think it was pretty much the exact same as like the Jerome Hughes situation. Both landed heavily on the shoulder, so hopefully he's not too impaired by it. He does love... The good thing with Hamoli is that he doesn't make many tackles. I think most players in the comp don't run at him on purpose, because why would you? So he doesn't make a whole lot of tackles in a game, typically. He's more that runner, which is great for Supercoach. So shouldn't affect him too badly, even if it is a little sore. And the rest of the pack is as expected. The Dragons, I don't think too much. Obviously, Tui Pelotu is gone for a few weeks, and that brings in Matt Feeney. So there was, I guess, the hope maybe that Sione Fainu, who scored plenty of tries in the trials, could get a spot as a bit of a cheapie, but they've gone with Matt Feeney, who's a bit more experienced. The rest of the back line is as expected. Forward pack. Is Amre Gula back? He's still out? Also, so they have also put Dylan Egan back to the bench and Luciano to start. Now, obviously, this was the same as last week. I do hope... Obviously, we got the ton from him last week. He's going to make great cash, and honestly, he'll be a solid play if we need him. But I do... honestly, it's great because they're the first game of the round as well. If he switches, I don't know. We'll have to look at sit starts. We probably have a pretty strong team this week, so we'll see what we do. But obviously, I'm hoping that they do the same. Bring Leilua off the bench and Dylan Egan to start. I mean, it makes sense. Like, Egan was fantastic, and then Leilua was very good. When he came on, he just provided that impact without, like, burning himself out, like, playing full 80 minutes. So I think it's a good idea, and I'd be surprised if they don't do it again. Not much else to really talk about. I mean, Toby Couchman, like, he's one of these front rowers that have gone, like, under the radar just because every other front rower is going incredible. He just started a bit expensive, but he's pushing out, like, huge numbers. So if you've got him, you'd be loving it. Moving on, Bulldogs or Rabbitohs. So quite a bit probably happening here. The Doggies looks like they are getting all their troops back. Jacob Kiraz, obviously his second game. He is well and truly on the watch list. Old Kiraz. I would love to pick him up. It's just I don't know what I'm gonna do with Kiraz. I want him in the team. It's just we're getting to, I mean, it's round 7. Obviously, Origin is still quite a bit away, but it comes pretty quickly. I think there's every chance Kiraz would get on the wing. The fact Lomax is now out injured, obviously Turbo's out injured, so there's a spot there. And I personally think Kiraz, I still think I would go as far as to say he is the best winger in the comp when he's fit. He's got the all-round game to him. Like, maybe defensively, maybe not the absolute best, but I don't know. Every winger makes mistakes defensively. He's an absolute star. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go him this week, although if you're going to go him, I feel like you would go him early, right? Because if you wait another week, 2 weeks, then Origin's then only a few weeks away, and if he gets picked, it's a bit of a waste. So I don't know. We'll have to have a look, but there's some decent top line centre wing options, although it's a little bit thinner now with a few injuries. Who else? So Matty Burton does come back in at 6. Then Max King, Marnie, Saluka, Fafita, Curran, Preston. So no kick out on the starting side. Tupanua is back as well. And, okay, so yeah, kick out's on the extended bench. I think there's probably... Well, I don't know. There's probably every chance he comes back in. They might put him on the bench potentially just to get him some minutes back. Or if he's good to go, there's every chance he starts. I'm not going to lie, I want him back as soon as possible. So fucking Preston can go back to the right-hand side. And he'll probably continue. He'll go back to the right, and then all of a sudden the Dogs will just give him the footy. But it is what it is. I do hope he goes back to the right, though, because he's killing it on the left, and it's doing my head in. The Rabbitohs, so Jai Gray still at fullback. Campbell Graham comes back in, which is good to see. Ewan Aiken, Wyden, Taz. Mitchell still at 5'8", and then Cody Walker comes back pretty early. I've got to be honest, I'm a little surprised he's back so soon. Kepi, Mamzulis, Totola, Kalamatangi, Arrow, Hubner, and then Lewis Dodd is the 14. Okay, so that's interesting. That's very interesting. Obviously, if... I think Walker... I don't think he would be definite, so if there's any issue, you would imagine Dodd would come into the halves. And then, I don't know, probably LeBlanc would go onto the bench. But, and even Josh Schuster is on the extended as well, which, I don't know. I would like to see Schuster get a crack. Like, hopefully he can get his body right and play some footy again, but we shall see. But yeah, I don't know. If this stays how it is, I wonder what they'll do. Like, there's every chance that Dodd could come into the halves, Mitchell could go to centre, and then probably Ewan Aiken could go to the forward pack. That could happen. Or maybe he would go to the bench, Ewan Aiken, with Mitchell in the centres. Obviously, Aiken, I mean, he was a centre, but he's played majority of the last couple of years in the forward pack. So, I don't know, there's a bit of moving pieces here for the Rabbits, but not too much Supercoach-wise. I still think it's good for Mamazoulis. I wouldn't expect Lewis Dodd to come on and play dummy half, so I think Mamo is still good for 80. I was going to say 90, that'd be nice, but 80 minutes. But yeah, not much else doing there. Obviously, Johnston is out, and Jane Sullivan, but yeah, a few big ins for the Rabbits. Should be a big game. I mean, I expect the Dogs to win, but the Rabbits have definitely surprised me this year with how they've been winning games. I still don't know how they have, but you know, they have been. Then we have the Dolphins versus the Storm. Alright, so the Dolphins should be pretty unchanged after a very good win last week. Backline, forward pack is as expected. Obviously still good to see Max Plath at lock, although I don't know what's going on with Plath. Like, I was very keen to pick up Plath, him playing lock, but last week, he didn't play that many minutes because Kurt Donahue, like, I think Donahue's an absolute gun as well, but Donahue come on and played 13, Marshall King, like, stayed on the field, so in the past, it's been Donahue comes on and plays 9, and Plath maybe plays more minutes, but last week, Donahue came on and played 13, and Plath had a pretty decent spell off the field, so you still just can't go him. I don't know. I would like to see more minutes, but we shall see. The Storm. So, Moses Leo drops out. Grant Anderson to the centres. And Sorfalongo onto the wing. That's exciting. I'm a little surprised. Is Leo out, like, suspended or injured? I thought he looked really good. Like, he didn't do anything, like, that incredible, I guess, but I thought he was rock solid. I thought he showed some pretty good signs since coming over to rugby league. Looked very talented, but I mean, I can't deny it is exciting to see Sorfalongo on the wing. He's a game breaker, so that's fun. Jerome Hughes has been named. I think he's probably good. Like, I would imagine, similar to the Olakau'atu one, he is probably just a pain tolerance. He'll get needled up. Obviously, if it's no good, the Storm are not going to risk him. But if it's just a bit of pain, I think Hughes, he does play through it. He is a milker, but he does play through some pain as well. So I would expect him to play. Stefano, Grant King, Blore, Katoa, Liero, and then the bench is as expected. So, yeah, not much else doing there. Pretty unchanged, pretty strong still. I'm still nervous not owning a few of the Storm boys. Then we move to the Warriors Broncos Saturday night at New Zealand. The Warriors, obviously quite a few players out. I mean, this, as a Broncos fan, it's a pretty good time to take them on at home. Like, I'll be pretty disappointed if they don't win this game, but the Broncos, they've disappointed me plenty of times in the past, so we shall see. Obviously, Clockstad out with a head knock. Of course, this is why, like, I was so keen on Tuapiki at the start of the year, because I think he's a gun, and also Clockstad does love to find games to miss. And I knew Tuapiki would go back to fullback. Obviously, it is just a head knock, so you would expect Tuapiki to only be there one game. And at the end of the day, it was still the right decision to sell Tuapiki. But yeah, now he's playing fullback, so it is a bit like, damn it, why couldn't this happen a few weeks ago if it was going to happen? But yeah, I like to see Tuapiki at the back. Ed Kossi on the wing with Pompey, Leotawa, and Kurt Capel goes to the centres. So that's, I mean, he'll do a job. He'll do a job. Obviously not what he was a few years ago, but still can do a great job. I've seen a few people comment like the Broncos will destroy down his side, but I think he'll do a good job, honestly. I think he'll shut it down pretty well. Harris Savita, Luke Metcalf, and then the forward comes in for Fisher Harris, who apparently is not as bad as feared. Pec injuries can be like season, but I think it's only, they're saying like 4 to 6 weeks, so we'll see. Wade Egan, Barnett. Halasima comes into the starting back row. Nia Corey and Aaron Clark. I mean, I was looking at Halasima, but I was like, of course, Capel's in the centres, so that won't stay for too long anyway. Bunty Afua, Jacob Labing comes onto the Pine, Van Marga, and then Tamari Martin in the 17. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Tamari Martin should be in the starting side from the get-go. I still fucking don't understand. Like, don't get me wrong, Chanel Harris-Tavita has been pretty solid, but a Luke Metcalf at 6 and a Tamari Martin at 7, it just makes so much more sense. Like, it is doing my head in. And as a Luke Metcalf owner, I feel like it would open him up so well, but we'll see how they use Tamari Martin. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Also, Tanner Boyd is the 18, so all their reserves are looking a chance, I guess. And then the Bronx, Reece Wild, Cobbo, Arthurs. Oh, that's right. I did see they got the knock downgraded, so he's able to play even though he got ruled out, and it looked like he looked. I'm really shocked that got sort of downgraded or whatever they call it to a Cat 2. I don't know what to think. Like, it's sort of good and bad. Like, the good thing was that Arthurs was out, and then Billy Smith was also out for a week. So you could sort of be like, okay, Arthurs ain't going to lose money. We can get Billy Smith next week. But now, because we got Arthurs and Shibazaki, I feel like I'm probably just going to hold and play both still. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to have a look at that. I'm unsure now what we're going to do, but yeah, I don't know. If they're running against, I think they're running against Capewell, but God, I hope it's Ed Kossi. I think Kossi's on the left, so it'll be Pompey, but I really hope that Shibazaki and Arthurs are running against Kossi on that wing, because don't get me wrong, I actually thought Kossi was pretty strong the last game he played. Like, some of his runs, and like, he was making some good ground. He looked really powerful, but he is actually like one of the worst defending wingers I've ever seen. Like, he's awful defensively, so that would be really nice if they were lining up, but I think it's the opposite. I'll have to check, but that's good and bad. I don't know what to think now for Supercoach. Reynolds still there, which is good. Hunt, forward pack. So Piakora out still. Gazewski also he's out now. It's been confirmed he's got another. He feels like, I know they said it's like his second fractured arm in like 10 months, but I feel like he's fractured his arm like every year he's played. Like he's always had that fucking huge like cast like arm guard on his forearm. I feel like he's fractured that arm so many times. So yeah, he's gone for a while, which is interesting now for a potential back rower at the Broncos. I mean, Jaden Hunt maybe, but it'll be a wait and see what happens with Piakora. But yeah, we'll talk more about that when we look at the team. Our team and also players to trade in. Obviously, Ricky back from suspension, which is, I mean, it's big. Like, I like Ricky. I also, he's an up and down guy for me. Like, he looks really good at times. He has a few duds, but at the end of the day, I think he is pretty underrated. Like, he does a lot of the tough stuff. Like, he puts kick pressure on. He is solid defensively. He doesn't offer that much in attack when you think, like, he should be a little bit more attacking. Just his speed. Like, I feel like he should offer more, but he does all the 1%ers, which I do really enjoy. So it's good to see Ricky back. Walters, Jensen, Willison, and Smoothie. Why on earth are there two fucking dummy halves on the bench? What is this? For Christ's sake, man. This is, if this stays like this, it's definitely good for Payne Haas. You could do a fucking straight captain on Payne Haas this week, I think. But why would you have Smoothie and Walters? Like, what? Honestly, I think Tapau has honestly been pretty good for the Broncos since coming here. I would just put him on the bench. He offers good impact still. Like, he's obviously not prime Marty Tapau, but I think he provides something. Like, I would definitely have Big Marty on the bench over Smoothie. I think he's still pretty damn good. Even chuck on a Takora. Yeah, weird. Why? Why would you have Walters and Smoothie? That's strange. Unless they're worried about Reynolds, I guess. And then Walters can go to the halves and Smoothie can spell Pakes. But I don't know. It's a bit weird, but that's for that. Then we have Roosters versus the Panthers. This is an interesting game. I don't know what to think about this. Obviously, Panthers have been awful. Roosters have been awful, but then really good, and then awful, and then really good. So, I don't know. Billy Smith obviously out, so that Mark Nawaqanitawaze does come straight back into the centres. It's going to be very interesting next week. I feel like if Nawaqanitawaze didn't get injured like a couple of weeks ago, I feel like Dom Young would have dropped out and he would have played on the wing. But I feel like this game is going to be another little shootout. Like it could be any of them. Nawaqanitawaze could move for Billy Smith. Robert Toya could still make way. Dom Young could still make way. I don't know. It could be any three of these guys that drop out for Billy Smith. I feel like Smith definitely comes straight back in. I think he's their best outside back. Like, he's very, very good. So, I don't know. I personally still think Nawaqanitawaze on the wing would be sensational. And I think Billy Smith in the centres obviously makes sense. So, I think Dom Young should be the guy. But we'll see. One of these, I mean, an injury could happen. Anything could happen. So we will wait and see for next week on that. Tedesco, obviously, I'm very keen on getting Tedesco, but yeah, it doesn't have to be this week, obviously. I mean, the Panthers have not been good, but I feel like this is a game. I mean, I feel like I have been saying that every week for this whole season, but surely this is a game that they like turn up for at least. I don't know. I honestly don't know who I'm going to tip in this one. I don't know. I'm probably going to go with Panthers again, but we'll see. Smith and the young guy Savale still at 7. Butcher still starting at prop. Watson, White, Crichton, Wong, Radley, and then Docker, Clay, Fiketti, Steep, and Lenu on the bench. And then the Panthers. So Edwards, Alamotti, Garner in the centres with McLean, and then Thomas Jenkins on the sting. So No Tungo. Blaze Talangi does keep the 6 role. I mean, you can't go Talangi this week just because fucking, whatever you call it, certainty, whatever, I don't know, I can't think of the word, but his role is not secured by any means, but I still have my eye on him. Like, he scored like 50 odd points last week, and the Panthers had like, they didn't put any attacking points on. Like, there's points for Talangi. You can slot him in centre wing or 5'8". Like, I'm pretty keen on him. If he looks good this week, we'll see. I wouldn't mind taking a bit of a punt on him, but yeah, the jobs security is obviously a bit of a concern. Cleary, obviously, Leota. Kenny comes in. I mean, apparently reports are like the shoulder is not like that 100%, but they needed him back, so Kenny is back pretty early. Lindsay Smith, Sorensen, Martin, and Yo. And then Schneider, Papali'i, Henry, and Isaac Tungo on the bench. That's very interesting. I wonder what they're going to do there. Like, is Tungo going to come on in the forward pack? Surely not. I mean, he did play like a bit of second row when he first came into grade. I think he did play through the forwards, but surely if he comes on the field, he'll play center and then Garner will move to the forwards. But it's a bit, I don't know, like, it's a weird one. Like, sure, like, you're giving Tungo a bit of a rocket, like you're dropping him to the bench, but like, his defense has always been shit. Like, he's always been rubbish. Like, he's obviously got plenty of talent, and I mean, one-on-one, like, he's a strong boy. He can make a tackle, but sometimes his laziness, his decision making is pretty poor, and it's been like that for a number of years. So dropping him to the bench, what's he gonna do? Just fix all these bloody issues? I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one, but we'll see. I wouldn't be shocked if they just put him back to the center on game day and Garner back to the bench, but yeah, I don't know what to make of that. It's a bit of a weird one. Then we've got Titans Raiders. Boy, oh boy. Obviously, Raiders have been very impressive. The Titans have been very unimpressive. But there's a couple of big ones here to potentially. So De Groot's still a fullback. Still no Kieran Foran, unfortunately. Kelly, Sammy, Fafita, Brimson, Campbell. Hopefully, no, there's no late outs with the wingers. I don't know why the Titans. This happened all like last year as well. They just kept losing. It was so strange. I've never seen a team. It happened so often. I think it was Semi all of last year. He just kept getting ruled out late, and then obviously Firma went to centers. Like, and it's happened again so many times this year. Like, I gotta be honest. Also, Des Hasler, what is like wrong with you? Like, he put a fucking winger on the bench last week, and he put Fermor to centers. Why would you weaken the centers? Like, Fermor can do a job. Like, if an injury happens during a game, then sure, put Fermor to center. He can do a job. He's pretty quick. He's pretty strong. Well, he's very strong. He can do a job in the centers. But if it happens before game day, and then you put a fucking winger on the bench, like, why would you weaken your second row and then your centers to... I don't understand. But hopefully it's unchanged for once. That would be nice. Fodawaker, Verrills, Gillard. Fafita does start with Fermor and Tino coming back in. So finally Fafita gets the starting gig. Oh boy. Oh boy. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do. I really want Fafita. And I know a lot of people were losing their mind. It's so weird. Like, he was obviously going to start getting some attack, right? And people were losing that he finally scored a big one and were acting like, oh, he's a must-have now. It's like, he was all like, obviously if he plays minutes, he's going to eventually score some tries. Like, he's impossible to handle at times. But I thought everyone's going to go him. He's going to get relegated back to the bench, and then it'll be I still probably don't think you go him off the bench, but now he's starting. Everybody was going to go him last week, and now everybody's going to jump on. It's like the only problem for me is that I don't know who I'm going to trade out. Like I'm happy with the forward pack, and I'm going to be trading out another pretty solid option. So we'll have to have a look at it. But I mean, Fafita starting at like a very affordable price, it's very difficult not to go him. And there's I'd be shocked if he makes Origin this year. Like, he was in great form last year, didn't get a sniff this year. He's not been in great form, so there's like no chance he gets picked, right? Like, it'd be very strange if he did. The Raiders, so backline is unchanged. Halves, forward pack, Horsburgh, Tarpany, Starling, Young, Nicholson and Smithies. Paddy, Hosking does come back in with Papali and Mariota. So this is interesting. I wonder what they're going to do. I think... Obviously, when Hosking played before he got injured, he did play through the middle, and Nicholson was on the edge. But there was definitely... I think Smithies was out that game. Like, they were definitely missing either one or two middles. I think there's every chance Nicholson may lose some minutes, because... I don't know. Like, this is the problem, right? I feel like, honestly, even Horsburgh, like, his minutes have been down. Tarpany's going to play big minutes. Smithies can play big minutes, but you're not going to play him for huge minutes. Hosking can come on and play big minutes anywhere. Papali, obviously, he's more a... Well, okay, so they've... Yeah, so Simi Sasangi's dropped out, and I guess... So the way it was working, Sasangi would come on, and then Smithies would go to the middle. So I guess that's every chance to happen again. Like, Hosking just takes the Sasangi role and comes on the edge, and Nicholson... Did I say Smithies? I don't know. I meant Nicholson would go to the middle. Yeah, I don't know. But the problem is, like, honestly, Nicholson could be a trade out soon, or even Horsburgh for that fact, and going to Fafita could be the option, but I don't know the minutes yet, and then also we don't know what's happening with Fafita, so it makes it a little tricky. I'm like, I don't want to just get rid of Nicholson, and then he still plays 80 minutes and looks good. I still think Horsburgh is like a fine hold. Like, he's punching out like 60 odd 70 points in like 40 to 50 minutes. Like, he's a monster. I don't know what to think about this. It's throwing a bit of spanner in the works for sure. We'll have to have a look. Then we have the Knights versus Sharkies. Boy, oh boy. At least it's at Newcastle. That's one thing going for the Knights. There's not much else, but that's one. Schiller does return, which I think is good. Like, Schiller does provide very good like yardage carries. He's a strong ball runner. Fletcher Sharp still at 6. Tyson Gamble comes in. I wonder, like, obviously Gamble was injured in the preseason. I wonder if Gamble was like the first choice halfback regardless. Like, I think there's every chance. So I don't mind it. I know people rag on Gamble. I don't mind Gamble. I think he's decent at straightening the line up and just giving good service. He's got a good kicking game to him. I think that's one thing. Like, he's got a long boot, and hopefully they stop using fucking Ponga as the kick merchant pretty much all game, and Gamble can take over a lot of the long kicking. I think would be very nice. I don't mind it. I gotta be honest, I still don't like Sharp at 6. I think, I just don't think it works, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Frizzell moves to prop with Thompson, Crossland at 9, Cant, Pierce Paul, and Matt Croker at locks. Obviously, people like Cant, he's obviously kept the spot, which, I mean, He's not gonna get dropped until Dylan Lucas comes back, so it's fine. Brayley, Tyrone Thompson, McEwen, and Brody Jones. Yeah, okay. And then the Sharkies, so backline, obviously Moreni Harati is a popular cheapy option, 270k. He's due for a price rise. He's looked good. Obviously in the Sharks backline, the Sharks are an attacking team, and he's like the one guy that's like affordable, so it does make sense. I don't know. I still don't think I'm going to go Hiroti. I don't think I need the cash. And, trades are starting to get a little bit more important to save, I think, now. Not a lot. I'm still using trades for sure, but I think getting in Hiroti, you're then also going to have to get him out. Kale Iro. Iro could still be out for a while, but I don't know. I can understand the pickup. We'll have a look. I'm not ruling it out, but I don't think I'm going to at present. Trindle, Hines, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, dude. If there's a game to bring in Hines, it is sort of this game, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like people are going to be jumping off Hines. I feel like you could go him. He got 38 points last week. He's just scoring bad, bro. He's scoring really badly. I don't know. Fanua Blake has been named, which is good for the Sharkies. He had that groin twinge. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it was too major, but I guess still keep an eye on late mail, because I think there'd be every chance he might drop out if he's not feeling 100%. Brayley, Kafusi, Nicara, Wilton, McInnes, and then Atkinson, Talakai, Rudolph, Hazelton on the bench. So, yeah, not much else doing there Supercoach-wise. Then, the final game of the round. Oh, boy. Quite a bit of things going on in the world of NRL. Oh boy, this game's got a lot. This game has got a lot going on. So the Tigers, Buller, Taruva, Naden does come into the centres, which is okay. There's a lot going on. Yeah, so Naden comes into the centres. Obviously, Luke Lalili goes to the wing because Skelton's out. Naden's only... I don't know. I was going to say Naden could be a pickup. I actually don't know his price, but he obviously has some Supercoach pedigree about him. He looked good in the trials as well till they got injured, but I wonder... Would Naden go to the Sting if Dewey went back to the centres? I don't know. I guess you just have to wait and see. But yeah, bit of changes there. Jerome Luai at 6. Adam Dewey comes in at 7. Again, this is the fucking dual picky one, dude. I traded Dewey a few weeks ago, and I still I feel fine about it. I got in Campbell, but now Dewey's playing fucking 7 with the goal kicking. Brother, fuck you, dude. Oh man, everyone just held Dewey because they had other issues. You're winning here because I feel like Dewey could score pretty well, but I don't know. I'm still happy enough that I don't own Dewey. I'm not going to look to get him back in, even if he goes on to average 60 odd. I'm not going to get him back in. It's fine. And also Latu Fainu, so he's out injured. He's not back for a while though, but I don't know. You would expect when he's back that Luai would go back to 7 and Fainu would go to 6. Seems Galvin, he's not playing again for the Tigers. I think there's no shot. Unless Luai and Dewey get injured in this one, I feel like there's no shot Galvin comes back in with everything going on. So it's potentially the Latu Fainu season when he's back from injury, but we'll wait and see on that one. Terrell May, Api Coruscant, Polu, Fainu, Seyfarth 12, and then the bench of De Silva, Hunt, Bird, and Sione Fainu. Yeah. On the Galvin thing, I'm not going to get into it too much, but obviously, my viewpoint on this is Galvin is going to live to regret this decision. I feel like I think he's made a silly judgment call. I think the comments were very poor, and like the thing is, like I feel like he's just like he's put his foot in it, right? Like he definitely didn't come out like deliberately trying to shit on like one of the Tigers legends and the coach, right? He's just made a grievous mistake in what he's said. Like, and I don't know why he would say that, but he's made a big mistake, and he's going to live to regret saying the comments. Leaving is fine, but yeah, the comments are very foolish, and he's been steered wrong by someone. But I will say the Tigers players are looking very pathetic. Like I'm all for the Tigers in this situation. I think they did nothing wrong, and I think Galvin and his management, fucking Moses, absolute scum. But they've screwed over the Tigers a bit here. But the Tigers players coming out and carrying on like absolute idiots. Like I feel like it's just not good for the club. Like it's a bad look. I know heaps of people, like on Twitter, are all rallying again, like for the Tigers players, acting like they're fucking legends and look at them all together. But like, there's no shot. Like Galvin, there's no way Galvin doesn't have good mates in this Tigers team. And there's just like, it's all the Tigers players that have only just been recruited to the club that seem to be the loudest, like Luai, Taruva. Also, just fuck, I hate Taruva. He's the biggest dog on the field, and he seems like an absolute dog off it. But yeah, I just don't like Taruva. He's someone I really don't like as a player. I don't even mind Luai that much. Taruva though, oh boy, he's the biggest milker in the fucking game. But it's the players that have only just signed to the club that are the loudest, which I don't know, man. Like maybe in a fucking fantasy world, every other Tigers player is like, yeah, we're all with you guys, like talking shit of Galvin, whatever. But there's no shot. Like, there's definitely players that would be mates of Galvin that would be like, there would be a little bit of rift. There'd be a little bad blood. Like, it's just not a good look. Like, they had the upper hand. Like, just fucking be footballers and just do your job. Like, you don't have to fucking resort to this, like, fucking high school fucking nonsense. Like, I don't know. Like, I think it's a bad look. And I think the Tigers, it's just getting a little foolish. I think they're still in the right to drop him and everything, but yeah, the carry on afterwards I think is very silly. But we'll see what happens. I'll be interested to see how they go in this one. It's an interesting game. And then the Parramatta Eels, obviously Iongi, Adokar, Penasini, Russell, Simonson, Dylan Brown, and Mitch Moses comes back in. Oh, that is big. That is big for the Eels. That is big for Iongi. Jack Williams also comes back in. Riley Smith at 9, Polo. Kalmatulangi also comes back in, which is surprising, I gotta say. I'm a little shocked he's been recalled. Katonga, Hopgood, Walker, Moretti, Matt Dury, and Tui Avaiti. So yeah, I really don't get why Madison is not getting picked over Kalmatulangi. Like, obviously they don't want Madison at the club long term, but he's far better than many of these other forwards. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you want to win games of football. Like, it's fine if you don't see Madison at the club after this year, but surely you play one of your best forwards. Like, it's weird. It's a strange one to me, but yeah, it is what it is. But the Moses inclusion, this throws up a lot for me as well. So Iongi, I was very tempted to trade Iongi straight to like a Pappenhausen, Tedesco, any of these other gun fullbacks. But now that Moses is back, I feel like I have to hold him, right? Like you have to hold him for 1 week to see how they look in attack. Like, their attack is going to go, like, leaps and bounds on the positive. Like, I really want to get one of the big guns in, but at the same time, I'm like, this is what we were sort of waiting for. Like, Moses back. He's going to hopefully unlock Iongi, actually give him some fucking football. Their kicking game will be so much better. Like, I think you have to keep Iongi now. And at the end of the day, it's sort of a good thing. Like, I don't have to use a trade, but yeah, we'll see. It's going to be a very interesting game. I don't know what to expect from either team. The Tigers going to come out all guns blazing after everything going on. I don't know. I really don't know what to expect from this one. But yeah, that's the team list. Obviously, quite a few big ones here. So I'm excited to go through our team and have a look at our options. There's every chance we might make one trade, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. There's some great options, but there's also a good option to hold the trade. So I don't know. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content. Make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.